We really messed up this stage. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today's route is hilly and a leg breaker. Perfect for attacking, which should suit the punchers. Given that we're heading the general classification, we'll have to set the pace at the front of the peloton. For me, our lead should be enough to keep us out of danger. I'm counting on you to manage the time gaps, because we've got the means to win.
Hello and welcome to all. It's very difficult to predict the outcome of today's stage. The final 30 kilometres harbour no real difficulty and are thus conducive to the build-up of a group. However, it's far from certain that any true sprinters will be left in the peloton, given the number of climbs that come before. It could be a day that smiles on the baroudeurs.
The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go.
We're already at the first classified climb of the day. There will be 2 points and 1 point to be scored at the top.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The road rises once again at the front of the race with the ascent of the Col de Guéry, a 6.5 kilometre climb.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go. Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have Team Com.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The ascent of the Croix Saint-Robert, just like the previous one, is ranked as second category. It will earn 5 points for the first, 3 points for the second, 2 points for the third, and 1 tiny point for the fourth. The front of the race is coming to the feed zone. The sawtooth continues. The riders will complete a sequence of 3 classified climbs in less than 25 kilometres. Each time there will be 2 and 1 points up for grabs.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
And so the front of the race begins the final difficulty of this stage. Almost 7 kilometers of climbing before dropping down towards the finishing line in stride.
Be careful, guys. The descent doesn't begin straight after the summit. There's 3 kilometers before the road really drops. King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. Okay, we'll consume a feed.
He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack. Go, guys. You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the yellow jersey. Okay, we'll consume a feed. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute.
In front, he's the best placed in the overall standings.
Watch out, he's going on the attack. He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out. The descent will soon be over for the front of the race. The stage will probably be won in a mass sprint. "30 seconds lead for the head of the race. He's moving on to the attack. He's turning the screw. Only 5 kilometers left for the head of the race.
There's an attack. Watch out, guys. It's up to us to control the race.
Counter-attack at the front of the peloton. Attack at the head of the peloton. It isn't the moment to stare at each other. We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers. Who will win today? Will someone try to attack in the closing kilometers? He's trying to get out. Watch out! Last kilometer.
He is all smiles as he climbs. He will climb onto the podium. We can say that he tops the standings. He's in sparkling form.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done. Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbours no particular...
Hello and welcome to Clermont-Ferrand for the start of the 11th stage of this Tour of Spain. It's a day where the sprinters will have big ambitions. The lack of any real slopes will make it easy to control the breakaway. And nothing should prevent their teammates from setting up a mass sprint. The beginning of the stage, in the Limagne plain, is totally flat. It won't be before the 30-kilometre mark that the road will start to rise, if only slightly. One and a half minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. A first-rate puncher, Quentin Hermans is a rider not to be underestimated on the hilly routes. He notably came second in the 2022 Liège-Bastogne-Liège. The time gap with the head of the race is stable. The breakaway is widening the gap, but there's nobody who's a threat to the overall standings. The first classified climb carries a 4th category label. There will be 1 point for the polka dot jersey.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The next climb is classified as 3rd category. There will be 2 and 1 point available towards the polka dot jersey.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. The head of the race is 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
The front of the race is in the feed zone. The riders will soon be going head-to-head on the final classified climb of the day. A 4th category ascent that offers 1 point.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. Only 20 kilometres to go, and the breakaway has still not been caught by the peloton. With 15 kilometres to go, the breakaway can't afford to slow down. The peloton is after them, and it will be difficult to hold out. The race leaders have entered the last 10 kilometres, the slowest. Sprinters will surely try to surprise their companions by attacking from far out.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
"30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
You've got to ride, guys, if you want a chance of a sprint victory.
A few minutes ago, he was first across the finishing line.
Here is the winner of the Clermont-Ferrand.
He tops the standings and he will climb on. He's in spark. He's amongst the...
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites. Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Even though we're not in the mountains, today's stage is much to be feared by numerous riders. With over 250 kilometres in the saddle and a very demanding closing stretch, it won't be a surprise to see a few breakdowns along the route.
breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. The breakaway is 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The riders will soon be locking horns on the first King of the Mountains climb of this stage, a gateway that marks their entrance into the Massif du Morvan and its steep roads.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized. So now the riders have completed more than 200 kilometers. The main difficulties of the day now come to the fore: the Saint-Sébastien mountain and the Signal du Champ.
Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves. Guys, we're now into the final portion. I hope you aren't too drained because the serious stuff has just begun. Come on. King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. The gap is growing. Don't worry. They're not well placed in the overall standings.
The front of the race is at the foot of the last climb of the Signal du Champ. It may not be a very long climb, but the last 2 kilometers are really steep because the average slope is over 11%. After more than 230 kilometers in the saddle, that's gonna leave a mark.
Okay. Consumer feed.
"30 seconds leads for the head of the race. The man at the front is less than 2 kilometers from the summit. He's on to the most challenging part of the climb.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Your opponents are upping the pace to hold off the peloton.
The summit is in sight for the front group. Less than 20 kilometers left for them.
Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist.
A lone rider goes over the top of the Signal du Champ. There's very little in it. There's still hope for his pursuers.
being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings.
Only 10 kilometres left for the head of the race. He's moving on to the attack. Now it's downhill almost all the way to the finishing line. There's not much in it, but the terrain favours the man at the front.
His team is riding for the overall standings. The front of the race will struggle to widen the gap.
He's turning the screw. Only 5 kilometres before the finish of this marathon stage. And the riders will be spared nothing, because even the final kilometre is on a rising falls flat.
The breakaway is under the red pennant. To stand any chance of victory, it must tackle the short climb correctly. Go, guys! You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the yellow jersey.
He is all smiles as he climbs onto the podium. He's in sparkling form, and you can clap him loudly. We can say that everything is going well for him. He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey. He's amongst the leading riders.
The result is clearly not up to my expectations, guys. It isn't catastrophic, but when you've got victory in mind... Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbours no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. As we've got the yellow jersey, we'll have to shoulder our responsibilities and set the pace in the peloton. Teams interested in the stage...
Hello and welcome to all. Unless the sprinters' teams have been weakened and are unable to chase down breakaway riders, sprinters should feature prominently at the finishing line in Champagnol.
Okay, guys. It should finish in a sprint today. There are a few short climbs at the end, but they don't even count for the mountains classification. Enjoy yourselves. When you have a very good sprinter in the team, it makes sense to stick with a breakaway in order to favour a mass sprint and vie for the stage win. Unless, of course, a rider from the team is present in the breakaway.
The breakaway is widening the gap, but there's nobody who's a threat to the overall standings.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway.
The front runners will soon be on to the first ascension of the day, a third category climb offering 2 points and 1 point towards the polka dot jersey. The feed zone is in sight for the head of the race. Riders will be able to pick up some nourishment. The intermediate sprint is nearing for the men at the front. The first man across will glean 20 extra points towards the points classification.
The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute. "30 seconds lead for the head of the race. We're 10 kilometers from the finish. The escapees are hanging on, but with less than a minute's lead, it's almost impossible for them to hold off the return of the peloton. Only 3 kilometers to go for the man at the front.
You've got to ride, guys, if you want a chance of a sprint victory.
Final kilometre for the man at the front. It's very, very tight.
He succeeded in avoiding. He will climb onto the. He's amongst the. He will climb onto the. We can say that.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourite. Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of the climb, but the route is challenging, and it's an important...
Hello and welcome to all. Even if the finish today is not at the summit, only the best climbers can lead over the top of the demanding Col de Jouplan. And even if nobody goes over the top alone, it will require strength as a descender to try and avoid a sprint in Morzy.
Guys, a magnificent mountain stage lies before you, with more than 4,200 meters of vertical gain. Everything should be played out on the Jouplan, the final climb. Good luck to you all. The others are fed up because you're not making enough effort. They'll no doubt try and drop you. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy to attack. He's placing his teammates early on at the head of the peloton. There's no doubt that he's ticked this stage in his objective.
The difficulties will start gently with a small climb of barely 3 kilometers, the Col de Saxel.
Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway. Excellent. You increase your lead on the overall climber standings.
Only the first 4 riders to the top will score points in the mountain standings. Things get a bit more difficult now with the Col du Cou, an ascent of almost 6 kilometres.
You should perhaps be waiting for the group behind. It will be easier if there are several of you. We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up!
The riders will soon be on to the next obstacle, the Col du Feu.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents. Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway. Excellent. You increase your lead on the overall climber standings.
He's a teammate without ambitions for the overall standings.
I want you to ride in his tracks. He's dangerous for the overall standings.
Front of the race, it's time to pick up something to eat. It's soon time for the intermediate sprint. If any sprinters managed to hang on until now, it's time to score some points. The ascent of the Col de Ramar will soon begin. Nearly 14 kilometres long, with a slope at 7.1%. It's a real test to see who's on form today. And so the Col de la Ramar ascent has begun for the front of the race.
Given that there's not much happening, lads, I think that I could follow you on a bike. At least now that there's some downhill.
There will be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1 points for the first 6 to the top.
His teammates have a handle on things for the overall standings. It will be difficult to increase the gap. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
Here we are, the foot to the last climb of the day, the Col de Jouplan. This is where a killer blow must be landed, because after the summit, it's downhill to Morzine. The Jouplan is not a very long climb. but its average gradient, over 8%, earns it an all-category label.
You're not doing your share of the work, and so the others no longer want to ride. Anyway, we're into the final kilometers. We can forget any ideas of cooperation.
This climb is doubly important because, other than the mountains classification, there are time bonuses up for grabs. 8, 5 and 2 seconds for the general classification.
The yellow jersey is 1 minute 30 away from you.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy to attack.
The lead rider has 1 minute 30 on the favourites. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow jersey.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Go, guys. You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the yellow jersey. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Allez les gars, courage!
The gap is 1 minute between the favourites and the guy in the front. The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Okay, but I won't be very effective because I'm full out.
The leading rider noses down towards the finish. He'll have to keep pushing right to the line as the chasers are less than 30 seconds behind.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings.
Ten kilometers from the finish. It's still tight. The man at the front must not fade. Only 5 kilometers left for the head of the race. Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep. Only 3 kilometers to hang on for the man at the front. It's not far, but with such a short lead, he's going to feel like it's an eternity. Last kilometer.
Ladies and gentlemen, he tops the stage. We can say he tops the stage. He will climb.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. It'll be a very demanding day for everyone. Several mountain passes and a summit finish await you. This is a key stage for the general classification. I hope you're in good condition.
Hello, cycling fans everywhere. Despite the absence of any all-category climbs on this stage, the overall vertical gain hits 4,300 metres. It's a day not to be underestimated.
Guys, you'll have to keep something in reserve for the Montée du Bâti. It's very steep, and you don't want to stall. Enjoy yourselves.
1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
One and a half minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary. The first difficulty of the day is classified as second category. The riders will share 5, 3, 2 and 1 point towards the polka dot jersey.
Watch out, guys. The breakaway is beginning to build up a good lead. Since we've got the jersey, and if we don't ride, it's not certain that other teams will put in a shift in our place. There could be a big time difference at the finish if we don't have someone managing the gap. When going downhill, the aerodynamic position is useful to increase speed without expending energy.
The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way to the finish. The next mountain pass, as with the previous one, carries a second category label. It's the Col de la Folklore de Montmain.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The first 15 in the intermediate sprint score points for the green jersey. The first will pocket 20 extra points. The first riders are on the Col de Marais. 10 kilometers of climbing, but the slope only averages out at 3%. The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way to the finish. There will be 2 and 1 point for the mountain standings.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The next ascent will be far more demanding. The Col de la Croix Free, and it's 12 kilometers at close to 7%. The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group. Only the first 6 riders to the top will score points towards the mountains classification.
The time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
After the summit, the riders will tackle a short descent which leads straight onto the Col de Zaravi. And here's the next climb in the series, the Col de Zaravi, a 4.6 kilometer ascent on a slope that averages out at 5.7%.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow jersey. The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group. The riders up front have a 1 minute lead on the favourites group.
Go, guys. You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the yellow jersey. It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us.
Triple cyclocross world champion, the Belgian Wout van Aert is also able to excel anywhere on the road. We've already seen him win individual time trials, as well as stages that finish in a mass sprint. Not to mention his good performances in the Flanders Classics.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Allez plus vite.
The Côte des Amirants will act as the bonus point, so there will be bonus seconds to be picked up. As well as mountains classification points.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
Allez les gars, courage.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points.
Allez les gars.
The race lead launches itself on the Monte de Betex. It's a short climb, but very steep, since the average slope is close to 8%. The winner of the stage will score 10 points towards the best climber classification, as it's a first category finish.
Allez les gars, courage.
Another 3 kilometres and it's the finishing line. The group at the front is still fighting it out. There's only 1 kilometre to go for the men at the front. They'll have to settle it with a sprint.
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. You're going to beat them! You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can say that he's in sparkling form. He tops the standing.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win. Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. It's mountainous today. It's neither high mountain nor a summit finish, but it's the sort of stage that could harbour a few surprises for the general classification. I hope you're in good condition, because we've got to defend the yellow jersey. Even if defending it remains the priority, we can also consider...
Hello, cycling fans everywhere. There's a short stage on today's menu. Short, but not sweet. Climbs will come in quick succession, and there will be plenty of opportunities to attack. riders are at the first classified climb of the day, the Col de Châtillon-sur-Cluse.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. There's plenty of damage at the back of the peloton. It will be a long day in the saddle for those who fall behind.
No respite for the riders. After the first 2 ascents that count towards the mountain's classification, there will be the Montée des Gets, 4 kilometers at 5%. The breakaway can't widen the gap.
Tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have Team Com. The descent of the Corbière will be fairly dangerous, guys, so don't take any risks. The finish is still a long way off.
The riders are now entering the feed zone. They will be able to pick up something to eat. The intermediate sprint is approaching. It's an opportunity to recall that only the first 15 score points for the green jersey.
I want you to ride in his tracks. He's dangerous for the overall standings. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Only 20 kilometers left for the head of the race. Now it's almost uphill all the way for them. The next summit is ranked first category. The first scores 10 points towards the best climb in the classification.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end. Only 5 kilometres left for the lead riders.
Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy to attack.
Three kilometres for the lead rider. His pursuers have not given up hope. The gap is 1 minute between the favourites and the guy in the front. The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race. Only 2 kilometres for the lead rider. He's almost won it. The lead rider has 30 seconds on the favourites. The red pennant for the man to the front. Nothing settled yet. It's very tight.
A few minutes ago, he was fun. He will climb onto the... We can say that he will climb onto the... He will climb onto the podium.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win. Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. It'll be a very demanding day for everyone. Several mountain passes and a summit finish await you. This is a key...
Hello and welcome to all. It's a high-tension stage for the favourites, with the ascent of the Col de la Lose. Polka dot jersey contenders will also have high ambitions today, because they can score a maximum of 50 points.
Guys, Guys, it's a stage that's going to come down to pedal power, but you'll have to watch out on the downhill sections. They're tricky, so you can't afford a mistake. Have a good race.
The breakaway can't widen the gap. The first climb of the day has begun. The Col de Cézy, by its northern flank. The average gradient is nothing exceptional, only 5%. But the numerous variations in the slope make it difficult to manage the ascent. The Col de Cézy is classified as first category, so the first 6 riders at the top will score points towards the mountain's classification. The first riders will soon be at the foot of the Col de Cézy descent. They will then pass through the town of Beaufort that lies at the foot of the Courmet de Roseland, the second major difficulty of this stage. The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings. The Courmet de Roseland is a first category climb. The first one to the top scores 10. Extra points towards the mountains classification. He'll then have to keep a clear head on the descent towards Beaufort because it's technically challenging.
Go, guys. You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the yellow jersey. Watch out. You will soon have no more energy. To attack. I reckon we've got too many guys who've broken away. He doesn't want to get caught out, and his teammates will surely ride us down.
Okay, we'll relay hard.
There's a big time gap with the breakaway, but it's not our concern. We are interested in the overall standings, not the stage.
The bonk bag is coming up for the men in front. The gap isn't changing much. Here's the shortest King of the Mountains climb of the stage, the Côte de Longefroid. It's only 7 kilometers long, but the average gradient is over 7%. Definitely not child's play. The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings.
There's a big time gap with the breakaway, but it's not our concern. We are interested in the overall standings, not the stage. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
The Col de la Loze ascent can be broken in two. The first half, that is relatively easy, takes the riders to Meribel. It's on leaving the ski resort that things get more difficult, with much steeper gradients and especially a slope that is constantly changing, making it hard to adopt a steady tempo on the climb. The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Only 10 kilometers left for the group at the front. The man in front is entering Meribel. A little less than 3 kilometers, and he'll begin the most difficult part of this climb. The stage leader is leaving Meribel. Another 7 kilometers for him before reaching the summit. The unorthodox profile of the final 6 kilometers, with its sequence of ledges and steep walls that rise above 20%, can be explained by the fact that the road was not designed for cars. Only bikes are allowed on this hiking trail. Only 10 kilometers left for the head of the race.
Is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Only 1 kilometre more of climbing for the man at the front on the Col de la Loze. He looks well set to win in Courchevel.
Okay, I'll consume a feed. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy to attack. Understood. I'll stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
Only 5 kilometres before the finishing line.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
The descent will soon be over. It should be a solo victory. The red pennant is in sight at the front of the race. Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
Continue comme ça. Allez, plus vite, plus vite.
Allez les gars, courage. Allez, courage les gars.
Plus vite, plus vite, plus vite.
Plus vite.
Allez, go, 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 go. Comme ça. Continue, continue. Allez, on lâche rien.
He succeeded in avoiding all the pitfalls to win it. He will climb onto the podium. We can say that everything... He tops the standing. He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey and a kiss from the hostesses. Here's the white jersey of...
This result is clearly not up to my expectations. It isn't catastrophic, but when you've got victory in mind, it's obviously a disappointment. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbours no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. As we've got the yellow jersey, we'll have to... This result is clearly not up to my expectations. It isn't catastrophic, but when you've got victory in mind, it's obviously a disappointment. We retain the yellow jersey. It's today's... Hi guys, let's start... We really messed up this stage. We were aiming for a stage win, and we didn't even finish in the top 10. It's very disappointing. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It's mountainous today. It's neither high mountain nor a summit finish, but it's the sort of stage that could harbour a few surprises for the general classification. I hope you're in good condition, because...
Hello, everyone. The Vosges stages have got what it takes to instigate skirmishes at the highest levels. Today's stage, which runs between Geratme and Mulhouse, also has the advantage of opening up opportunities for those who are more at home in the mountain. The series of climbs spread across the stage requires both tactical sense and physical endurance. There's a tough start to the stage. The riders begin almost at the foot of the Col de la Schlucht, classified second category. There will already be 5 points to be had for the first over the top.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The riders won't immediately drop into a descent after the summit. Some might take the opportunity to try their luck. The next climb is classified as third category. It's the Col du Linge. 2 points and 1 point at the top.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The leaders are beginning the descent. The first part isn't complicated, but the finish requires more concentration so as not to be taken by surprise.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
The next 2 climbs are pretty much clones, short, steep and classified as second category.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The head of the race is starting a new climb.
Understood. We'll stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
A few more kilometres before contesting the intermediate sprint. It will be surprising if the sprinters are still able to score points after the passes that have just been climbed. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow jersey. The breakaway riders will have to continue working together on the Markstein climb because the lead is big enough to be sure to hold off the peloton. The riders up front have a 1-minute lead on the favourites group. The Markstein earns points for the first 6 riders at the top. The first will pocket 10 points.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
The gap is 1 minute between the favourites and the guy in the front. The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. The lead rider has 30 seconds on the favourites.
I'll relay. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. His teammates are leading the chase at the head of the peloton. His intentions seem clear. Win in a sprint. You're ahead of the group with the favourites by 30 seconds. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points.
A real phenomenon of precociousness, in under 5 seasons on the World Tour, Tadej Pogacar has already won 2 Tour de France and 9 stages, 2 Tour of Lombardy, 1 Liège-Bastogne-Liège and 1 Strade Bianche. A champion continued to generate headlines. He's one of the favourites for the race and the undisputed leader of his team. Watch out for him.
Here we go! Here we go!
Bravo les gars, c'est bien.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents. The peloton is 2 kilometers from the summit. He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. Go, guys. You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the yellow jersey. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy to attack.
Allez, on lâche rien.
Good puncher and tireless attacker, Tim Wellens is a rider who never throws in the towel.
Les voilà. Continue. Allez, fonce. Et les gars, courage. Continue.
For the mountain classification, you're the best placed in the breakaway. He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings. He's facing up to his responsibilities and is making his team ride to reel you in and go for the stage win. Don't relax. still got something in the tank. He's putting his foot down in the relays. Oh, another 10 kilometers to retain the jersey. Watch out! You're not going to be able to ride out of the saddle for much longer. Go on! Sprint with everything you've got! No regrets! Go! Go!
Ladies and gentlemen, applaud him loudly. We can say that he's amongst the...
This result is clearly not up to my expectations. It isn't catastrophic, but when you've... It's the final stage, guys. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The final stage on the Champs-Élysées is always one of the most coveted. In the past, sprinters seeking the prestige of a victory in Paris have sometimes been caught off guard, but it hasn't happened very often. With the specialists who currently dominate the discipline, it's an even more demanding challenge. The first riders are entering the Champs-Élysées circuit. The riders will have 4 laps to do. The circuit goes round the Jardin des Tuileries, taking the tunnel. The riders emerge onto the Rue de Rivoli and return towards the finishing line.
The peloton is starting to ride behind you. It looks like he doesn't want yet another rider at the head of the race. The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometers.
5 kilometers for the breakaway. It'll be tight for the stage victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, he succeeded in avoiding all the pitfalls of the route while mastering his rivals. Here's the grand victor of this Tour de France, Tadej Pogacar! Today he can finally savor this great victory. We applaud. Consistent throughout this tour, he managed to score enough points to dominate his rivals. It's time for the best sprinter to receive the green jersey. Always present at the front, we can say that he's laid his mark upon the race, and that this polka dot jersey is a just reward for all the efforts he's made. Now we will welcome the best climber of this edition, Romain Bardet! With this jersey on his shoulders, there's no doubt that we'll see him play a leading role for a few more years.
We really messed up this stage. We were aiming for a stage win, and we didn't even finish in the top 10.